Hi there, this is Kira Leslie with Debunking Addiction for HealthyPlace.com. Like a lot of people across the world, I recently went and saw the documentary Amy, which is about the life and the untimely death of the singer Amy Winehouse. And it brought up a lot of things for me, one of which was, as I've said before previously in blogs, Amy Winehouse and I were very close to the same age. She's just a smidge older than I am, or would have been. And she died from alcohol poisoning, which is something that I should have died from, according to science and a lot of other people's experiences many times over. And in fact, there was one time in particular where I ended up with a blood alcohol level that was higher than Amy Winehouse's was at the time of her death. So I'm very grateful that I'm here today against the odds. And a lot of questions were raised in the documentary. I'm not in a position to point fingers, and I also don't think that it's not usually a simple story of saying, well, if this wouldn't have happened, then this wouldn't have happened, etc. Or if only this had happened, then everything would have worked out. That being said, one of the things that struck me in watching this was that she didn't have the kind of a support system that I think most people who are trying and struggling to get clean and sober really need. And towards the end of her life, although she did have some people around her who were saying to get sober, and that's not to discount the efforts of those who did try to help her, and earnestly did, and I know that those folks existed. But a lot of the people who were kind of in her inner circle in the months leading up to her death, it seems anyway, according to the documentary, were not really understanding of the sort of entire life overhaul that is really necessary when someone is so very ill. And so doing things like making her sign a contract to say that she would be clean and sober at certain events, or just saying, well, she's been clean and sober for 4 weeks, so she's ready to go on tour. It just shows a real lack of understanding for how really sick this person is. So I had a lot of sober folks around me due to the structure of the treatment program I was in when I got sober, and I also had supportive family members and supportive friends, and I know that some people do it without that, and I know that some folks don't have any kind of structure in place and they're able to do it, and more power to them. I don't think that would have worked for me, continuing in the exact same sort of world that I was in before, but just choosing to abstain. I don't think I ever could have done that. So basically, I just wanted to reiterate how important it is to have a support network of people who are truly supportive and truly understand that in order to get clean and sober, it might mean certain sacrifices. You might not be able to go on doing exactly what you were doing right up until that time. So another thing that's really necessary is patience, and it's related, because for most people, things won't change overnight, but slowly and piece by piece. I know for me, I have pieced together a life with the help of many supportive people and 12-step programs and a higher power that is beyond anything that I ever could have imagined or ever even thought that I wanted in the past. So I hope that Amy Winehouse is at peace now, and I hope others can learn from her example, and I'm just very grateful that I'm here one day at a time.